Hello again. As my regular viewers know, I like to experiment by pouring paint over or through unusual objects. And a couple of weeks ago I found something quite quirky which I thought I might like to pour through. It is the cap of a drinking pouch, and I've taken off the little plastic bobbly bits that were on the edge and smoothed it down. I've got 4 of them and I'm going to place them on my canvas, which I have already prepared with titanium white, and I'm going to pour through them to make a pattern, then blob some paint around that and use a damp table napkin in a reverse dip. Okay, the colours I'm using today are turquoise, and that's got a little bit of silicone in. It's the only one that has silicone. Ultramarine blue, red, which is a multi-mix of various reds that were left over, and antique gold. So I will start pouring those colours now into these little caps to see what happens. Okay, well, there's some pretty patterns forming there, and while I was pouring I decided it wasn't going to be quite the pour for a table napkin. So instead I have decided that I am going to tilt those paints and colours around once I have removed the caps, which I am about to do now. As to be expected, of course, we've got several large bubbles which, as they are popping, are bringing out the gold, which is rather pretty. So now I am going to tilt it. I don't know if I'll leave any negative space. I will see how I go as I am tilting. going to leave it just like that. That to me is the abstract sort of look that I was aiming for. It's not quite what I had in my head, but the colours are just so pretty, and I have got different colour patterns for each one. There's quite a predominance of red on this side here, and of course the gold has come out, which I wasn't sure if it would. The predominance of turquoise there, and then the blue to take up the rest of it, and being all those separated parts with white, it just finishes it off for me. So I'll give it a bit of a torch now, but just to see if any more cells pop up, because even though I only had silicone in the one colour, I believe there was quite a bit of it. So it has made a lot of cells for me. Little cells, which I think are quite pretty. So that is it. I'm going to leave it like that now. That is so different and unusual, and I think really beautiful in its own way. It just shows what you can do when you step out of the square, or step out of your comfort zone and do something different. So now I'm going to bring it up closer to the camera to show you how lovely and unusual those colours are. I like the kind of tiny fine lines on that side, and as I said, there's a lot of red over there and more tiny fine lines on that side there, and a lot of cells there. So starting by using the turquoise encouraged more cells to form. Using turquoise towards the end on those two patches created less cells. So that's it for me. Once again, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.